What's going on, everybody? Zero Strides here again today to do another review. Today we're going to be talking about Time Paradox Ghostwriter Chapter 6. Let's get into it. So with the start of this chapter, we finally know now that Teppei is going to do this manga. He's not debating it anymore. He's still holding that burden of knowing it's not his work, but he is going to continue to move forward doing the work. And what's really cool about this chapter is it went through so much more time than I was expecting. Like, at this point in the story, after we kind of knew that he was going to write it, this was the part of the story where we didn't really know exactly how it was going to go from here, and I was not expecting so much time to pass. So we see that the magazine does come every Monday, and by the end of the chapter, a year later, the magazine stops coming. So what's going to happen next? But going back to the beginning of this chapter, we kind of get to see the success of White Knight from the very beginning, from the very first chapter, getting first place, as we probably all expected it to, and then even the first volume being sold out very quickly and them needing to reprint. I kind of love this stuff where you get to see like all the kids reading it and being so excited for it, and you just see like, you know, the insides of the manga. It's really cool. I really love like series that dive into manga like this. So just that whole kind of time we get to see of the series being successful and how everyone's starting to enjoy it was really awesome to see. We also got to see that Aino got a reward for herself, which is pretty cool, and that the other editor there got second place. So the whole team's doing well, which is really good to know. They've been working very hard this past year on this manga, as you can see, and they go out to celebrate at a Korean barbecue place, which really hurt my heart really bad to see. As you guys know, we're all in quarantine right now, but like me and my girlfriend's favorite place to go eat is the Korean barbecue place right down the street. So seeing that and knowing we haven't been there in so long really hit me the wrong way, made me really hungry. Then we get this cool scene of one of the editors kind of telling Teppei that he really enjoyed his series and that it gave him so much more motivation to start working again. Very similar to Teppei in the beginning, where he just couldn't make a good series and he kind of felt stuck, and White Knight gave this person more hope. So Teppei kind of looked at it in the way of like, you know, even though this burden is so hard of what I'm doing and I know what I'm doing is wrong, maybe it is good in some way because I'm helping people in the present. The thing that really keeps this series honest and makes it so much more enjoyable is the fact that Teppei really does feel sorry for what he does constantly, and he's always trying to do what's right. And you can tell throughout this year that even though the success that his series has had, he still hasn't been really happy, and he refuses to eat, and he's like doing all these things that no one else can really understand, and they don't really completely understand why he would do something like that. But obviously the toll of having to create this series has been taking a big toll on him, but he's doing it not only for himself, but because he really believes this story needs to be told. And it's really cool seeing him and Aino kind of like compete against both of her works, because really she made White Knight too, but you know, I'm pretty sure pretty soon she will have a series and Jump as well. I don't think it will take her 10 years like it did in the past. We see after Teppei wakes up from his nap that Aino is working very hard on a manga right after she won her award, and he's just thinking about how motivated she is, and he's just thinking about how motivated she is and how motivated she has been to get this series done and to be a top manga artist. It's just really cool to see her drive. And once again, you just see the pain that he's going through, seeing how hard she's working for a series, knowing that he stole hers, and then he gives her the notebook, and she says, "Oh, it's going to be a family heirloom," and she was so excited. I really like Aino. I think she's probably my favorite character so far. She's a lot more goofy than I thought she was going to be when we first met her character. And I really do like the fact how he really decides not to tell her the truth because he doesn't want her to lose hope, and he wants her to keep on going. I didn't really think when this series started that I was going to enjoy their relationship so much. I thought it was going to be her being mad at him from the beginning for stealing the series, but the way they've actually been friends throughout the whole thing has been really cool to see, and something I wasn't expecting. I really love Aino's character. She might be my favorite character so far. She's just very goofy, and I like how when Teppei gives the notebook to her, the little sketchbook, how she gets so happy and she's like, "Oh, it's gonna be a family heirloom." And I really like how Teppei just gives her a little bit of motivation, just knowing that like, yes, it is hard to make a manga, but it's fun, and that, you know, you can do it. So that was a really cool little moment they added in there in the end. I really like that whole scene as a whole, the whole scene in the Korean barbecue, other than the fact that I really wanted some. But of course, we see at the end he is gonna get an anime. It's not gonna come out right away. It's gonna be about a year until it comes out, but he is gonna get one, which over time will be a longer period of time than it was in the future. but he is still going to get it. But But obviously we see now in the end that he is not getting any more magazines. I don't know how this is going to go anymore in the future. Maybe he will end up getting more, but I think more than likely he probably won't, and he'll have to try and make the series on his own from now on, which I don't think is going to go well. I don't really know what's going to happen, but I'm really interested to see it. I was not expecting for the volumes to end so quickly. Once I realized that the future wasn't really changing after the first couple volumes or chapters came out, I kind of just figured it would just keep on going. But now that he's not getting it anymore, it's really put a whole wrench in everything, so we're going to have to see what's going to happen next. But I very much enjoyed this chapter from the beginning to end. I didn't expect so much time to pass. It was really cool just kind of getting the first year of the magazine over. I didn't know that was the route that they were going to take, but it worked very well just to see the instant success, and now we're going to see what's going to happen next with the anime coming out and no more volumes and no more magazines going to be coming out as well. How is he going to deal with that? Out of all of the new shonen that we've gotten, I've really enjoyed this one the most. I'm a huge fan of Bakuman, so I was really expecting to like this one, and it's going down a really different path than I expected to. Obviously very different from Bakuman, but still kind of meta into the manga community, which is really cool for me. It's right down my alley as a huge manga fan and someone who really appreciates the whole process of manga. What have you guys thought so far of this series, and what did you think about this chapter? Did you like how much time passed and how they kind of just skipped over that first year, and now we can kind of focus more on what's going to happen next with the anime and this crazy new plot twist at the end? What do you guys think? Leave your thoughts down below. Zero Straw Hats here. Have a good day.